Next on the list is Matthew T. McHenry.
Last time on Matthew T. McHenry TV, I just talking about this story again. Morin and Farnreist found their perfect specimen in the name of Brody Aaron. And now what follows is the testing and his transformation into what is supposedly his designed immortality. The transformation. After a week of testing, Morin evaluated him as a perfect candidate for the experiment to make the perfect human. Unfortunately, all the previous test subjects had died before the experiment could finish, and Morin was determined that this would be the one. The lab was located in the depths of Germany and funded by Dorian. That was the Nazi officer from the last time I read this. Brody sat upon the operation table, ready for the surgery that will change his life drastically and permanently. Morin came into the sterile white laboratory. He wore his gray suit and his multi-limbed belt. The metallic talons glistened in the light. In addition to his usual garb, he wore a thermal vest with a transparent dome covering his head. The room was incredibly cold, and it was a surprise to Morin that Brody was sitting on the operation table with only his undergarments covering his body. With one of the talons, Morin used his highly potent incapacitation gas on Brody. Instantly, he fell asleep, but he was more than just asleep. His body was completely inactive, and technically he was dead, but he could be brought back. Morin hoped that he could do this procedure faster than the previous ones, or his subject will be unable to be brought back. Brody was dumped into a light green liquid-filled tank. After he was taken out, he had no hair on his body. His unconscious body was placed back on the table. Morin took out a scalpel and opened Brody's chest. Using one of his special tools, he tore out Brody's ribcage to get to the vital organs. He extracted the organs within his chest and replaced his heart with a suctioning device. The device started to suck the blood out of Brody. After many hours, Brody was completely drained of blood, and Morin began to slice open Brody's. This is why I can't finish anything. Brody's body symmetrically. Thanks to Morin's multi-limb harness, this was a quick procedure. His vital organs were replaced with more efficient artificial organs. Morin plucked Brody's eyes out of his sockets and replaced them with new eyes that he constructed. Even his teeth were replaced, though Morin needed to slice open his mouth to get to them. For Morin's case of tools, he grabbed 4 large pipettes full of a silver liquid, one in each of his hands, real or otherwise. He picked 4 incisions and squirted the silver liquid into Brody's body. He continued to do this until he filled the body with the strained liquid. After this procedure, he injected Brody's veins with the strained blue liquid this time. He used his robotic limbs to flip Brody onto his stomach. Morin took a large metal spine and attached it to Brody's back. Brody was flipped around onto his back, but this time his body made a soft thud, the first notification that the transformation was working. Brody awoke on the table, screaming in pain as his body began to heal itself from the cuts. It was an unnatural process that was one of the purposes of the blue liquid with which he was injected. Morin grabbed the few tools that he could and darted for the door and locked it behind him. The sound within the operation room was terrifying. Brody screamed in pain as he continuously pounded his fist into the wall. Fist after fist went into the wall, but to no avail. Eventually his body finished healing, and he lost consciousness. Brody woke in his living quarters in what he guessed was the late night. He realized that he was famished. He walked to the door, but before he got to the door, he saw something in the mirror. Something that was hideously horrific. It was his reflection. He was riddled with symmetrical scars all over his body. Even his hair was gone. Brody shattered the mirror with his fist and fell to the ground and cried. Unknown tears came out of his new artificial eyes. Impulsively, Brody crashed through the window and landed onto the snow-covered ground. Had he still been a mortal human, he'd have died from the fall, as well as the glass shredding his skin and blood loss. He rose from his indentation in the snow and ran through the forest. The noise of the window breaking activated the alarm, which woke everyone in the building. Using logic to determine what happened, Morwen went to Brody's room and to find a broken window and a missing experiment. I guess I'm going to just finish it there before I get more tongue-tied.
All right. My name is Michael Grover. I'm the next person on the list. This is pretty fresh. I just wrote it a couple hours ago. I'm not going to do that first. I'm going to do this one. This is the other poem that Paul wanted to hear last week. I'm going to do that. Will you dance through the corporate apocalypse with me? I'll let you know. I'm just a stereotypical white boy, always told I got no rhythm. But at the end of the world, what would it matter? So, will you dance through the corporate apocalypse with me? Through the suburban subdivisions of TV apathy, we'll sweat right through the global warming heat. Dodge between drops of acid rain through the spot-filtered sunlight of LA. Along the toxic rivers through forests of private property. Tread lightly on the melting polar ice caps. Through the graveyards of forests with sprawled strip mall tombstones. Past the mighty oil refineries belching filth into the air and rivers. On the seashore, prick our feet with medical waste or on the broken glass streets of ghettos. Leave our bloody footprints all the way up to the White House door and tell the occupants it's our house too. We'll make love in comfortable beds and sleep spooning for days. Flip off the banker man through the window in his religion of commerce. Sabbath every day. And the bill collectors that come each month inevitably. And the marketing voices on the TV. Tell them all once and for all to shut the fuck up! And people will envy us. Call us heroes. We'll know. At the end of the world, what would it matter? So, will you dance through the corporate apocalypse with me? This is the one I read a couple hours ago. This is a love poem, a letter never sent, to a young boy that I've only seen in pictures, somewhere in the farm belt outside of Toledo whose mother traded him for a life of junk. I want you to know this never was a choice for her to make. I want to tell you that she was proud of you, that she kept pictures of you everywhere. Don't hate her so much. Like I told you, this was not her choice. There were times that I could look into her eyes and see the human side of her, before the monster totally took her, made her desperate, not human. You were better off with your grandma, that you didn't have to see this transformation. I know. I saw it. And I know what it's like to be an awkward child, surrounded by change and chaos. This is a love poem for myself. Who am I to give counsel about the affairs of the heart, when the truth is that I am heartbroken, disappointed by the lack of human potential in the people all around me? I asked him if he could see the irony, he just laughed it off. Now I am left to go back to my roots, heal myself with punk rock angst. This is a love poem for the world. It seems you need it. Can you really be that fucking sad? Is this really all that there is? It seems to me that you could use the positivity, but who am I to offer that? This is something else, Stuart. It's been a long week, I'll tell you. The edge is close. I watch people walk over into the darkness of the void, people that I have touched, people that have touched me, people that I can never touch again. I cannot deal with this loss. Everything is destroyed. She tells me that I destroy and I cannot be an artist, that artists create. And it murders my soul, what has happened. And it murders my soul that she is so hurt. And it murders my soul that she will say I wrote this to destroy. It murders my soul that I do not have a choice. I cannot stop the inertia of the pen on this paper. I cannot stop this world from turning because it hurts too much. I cannot stop this. Watching people that I care about get sucked into the void. I'm just a spectator here. Cannot affect the outcome. But it might just be the end of me. And I'm strangely comfortable with that.